that we know is going to get started is the baseball season. And yeah, we've got a lot of baseball fans on board. So what do you guys think about those games starting in a shortened season?
So, as a Met fan, I am excited about baseball coming back. Now, the only problem is the 60 game season. The 60 game season, look, might have an unofficial asterisk at the end of the season for all the results, whether it's the stats, the individual records, and the final team that wins the World Series. But at the end of the day, we are getting sports back. It's kind of like it's America's national pastime. And look, they screwed up by not having an agreement in place where we can get more games. But at the end of the day, we are going to get some games. So the biggest winner in the baseball season, even if they don't win the World Series, are Mr. Dougal's Houston Astros. They are not going to get beamed as much. No one's going to complain about them as much. And their manager that's suspended for a year, it's basically less than half the season. So the Houston Astros end up being the biggest winners as far as off the field stuff for this season.
And I tend to agree with that. Although I still think that there are probably going to be some animosity with some pitchers that are going to want to being some of the players, and that's fine. I get it. It's it's baseball. It's boys will be boys. As far as the asterisk season, I like to take the asterisks out. 1994, there was an asterisk season because of the baseball lockout. My man Jeff Bagwell won MVP, but he has an asterisk around his name. Nah, I don't like that. So let's take the asterisks out and let's we'll do it the real way.
Right. No. I think your Astros. Look, as a Mets fan here in New York, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we all hate the Yankees.
Yeah.
I think, but that being said, the odds are that the Yankees and the Dodgers are probably the favorites this year to win it all. I'd probably say the Dodgers more than the Yankees in a short season, especially with their lineup and their pitching. They're set to win it all. They've been knocking on the door for a few years. I think they're gonna just crash right through it, and they have a good shot. Although my New York Mets, I loved having the universal DH in the National League this year. That means my boy Cespedes is gonna get to hit. As long as there's no wild boars that come onto Citi Field, he should be fine. But the National League is pretty wide open. I think in the American League, it's going to come down to, a sleeper team. Another one that might have good odds if you're gambling on teams is the Anaheim Angels. If Mike Trout plays, and that's a big if because he might opt out and not play because his wife is pregnant. But if he plays and you get the Japanese Babe Ruth in Shohei Ohtani, who can pitch and hit, in a short season, they might be a dangerous team. And look, Ashu, I'm rooting for you guys too. Look, whether you cheated or not, maybe everyone cheats, right? Maybe if you're not cheating, you're not trying. But if it's against the Yankees, look, you have no complaints from Met fans.
I know.
To beat that team, fine with us.
Let's not rule out the Nationals, the World Series champions. They also have a good shot too. So it's going to be an interesting series. Very, very unprecedented.
Yeah, no, it's actually kind of fun because I've had my wife and many other people who I know consider the baseball season very long and boring. But now that you have 60 games, every game is important.
Cricket used to be a five-day series. And then they introduced this 2020, which made it more exciting. So maybe that's where baseball is. Who knows?
Are we talking about insects? I wasn't sure where you were.
Yes.
Well, no, the Nationals. That's a great call actually, because in a short season, pitching is very important, and they have a great pitching staff. A team that is getting some sleeper love and great odds if someone wants to put some shekels down on them is the Cincinnati Reds. They're getting a ton of love as being sleepers. Great young power pitching staff and possibly one of the best hitters in the game in Joey Votto. Small stadium, a lot of teams like them, the White Sox have a good young team. The Toronto Blue Jays are building a young team with Vladimir Guerrero's son. These teams in a short season, it could be very exciting.
Anything's possible. Yes.
Anything is possible. That's right.
So, yep. So for all of you baseball fans out there, the season is going to start soon, and we'll see what happens. So that's kind of a short recap of what's happening in the sports world right now. If anybody has any topics they'd like us to discuss, let us know. Otherwise, till next time, and thank you so much for our special guests today, Raj and Ashu. And till next time, stay safe, and hopefully we'll be cheering sports on very soon. Take care.
Yay, sports!